Hi, today we're practicing more multi-step equations, one solution, no solution, or infinitely many solutions. And it's called sorting equations because of an activity we're doing later. So our bell work starts with solving an equation. 4 times x is 4x. 4 times a minus 1 is a minus 4. Equals, this one's tricky, 1/2 times x is 1/2 x. And 1/2 times minus 8 is minus 4. So 1/2 times a minus 8, that's a minus 4. There's an x on both sides. We don't like that. So we subtract 1/2 x on both sides of the equal sign. I chose to subtract 1/2 x because it's the smaller of the x's. 4 is bigger. But if you chose to get rid of 4, that's totally fine. Because if you solve it correctly, it'll still get you the same answer. So 1/2 x minus 1/2 x is 0. 4x minus 1/2 x, or 1/2 x, I'm gonna have to write it up here. That's 3/2 x minus 4 equals a negative 4. It's a two-step equation. Add 4 to both sides. We get 3/2 x equals 0. Divide both sides by 3/2, and 0 divided by anything just equals 0. So it's one solution with the answer is 0. Oh my goodness, I have a lot of zeros. How do you know when an equation has infinitely many solutions, or all real numbers? When you get a number equal to a number, the same number. Or you get an expression is equal to the exact same expression. So when you have the exact same thing on both sides of the equal sign, then you know it's going to be infinitely many solutions, or all real numbers. Okay, this activity, I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but what it was is I split everyone into teams, and I gave you a paper of 30 equations, and you had to solve each equation as a team, you're working together. Solve the equation and sort it. Does it go into one solution? Does it go into infinitely many solutions, or does it go into no solution? This actually took a couple of days to do, so today and tomorrow, to sort all these, because they're all multi-step equations, so they're all really long. And then we just ended, so I know the video is short, but in class it took a long time. We end with this: 5 times 1/5 x is just 1x. And then 5 times 2 is 10. Okay, well, it's not in the same order, but we do have a 10, a positive 10, and we do have a positive x, which means it's the same thing on both sides, so it's infinitely many solutions. How do you know when an equation has no solutions? It's when you solve it, the x disappears, or the letter, whatever letter, the variable disappears, and you end with two numbers that are not equal to each other. Okay, so all of these, it's not true that 5 equals 7, okay? So it would be no solution. That was a very short summary of solving equations.